G'day mate, Colby here. Welcome to another video on the channel. Today I've got a super fun one. We've got Prime Moments Deco. This guy, he can pull the strings in the center of midfield. Real crispy on the ball and coming in super cheap at 300k right now due to team of the season. I'm going to be breaking down his stats, telling you the kind of do's and don'ts. This card's really good for linking lots of cards that you probably already have in your club, and also team of the season Pepe and for birthday Guerrero, and there's a bunch of players that link into him super well. Renato Sanchez as well, getting a lot of strong links there. So when it comes to his stats, he's quick. We know the players need to be quick in FIFA. His agility, his balance, his ball control, dribbling, those dribbling stats so important this year. He's got the stamina, he can pass, he can thread the needle, and his positioning is really strong, and he's got that long shots with the curve and the shot power. Keep a basic chem style on him and you'll get the best out of him. He can't defend, but that's not what he's in your team for. He is here for one purpose only, and that is to set up goals, to create goals, but also to dictate the tempo of the play. You can see I've got a few cheap Portuguese options slotting into this squad. I've got this Icon Pires in here to try and do one of the objectives right now to unlock the cards. Steer clear of this Pires card. He's going for like 85k right now. He's absolutely trash. But I'm playing in divisions. All these games are taking place today in Division 3. So they are in a very competitive format. And you'll see as the video starts off today, the fact that Deco just has extremely good ball retention. He looks after the ball so well that you really then start to dictate the play. If your pass accuracy is in the 90s or above, that is going to push you on towards the high golds, elite level, so you can get those really good red rewards. And you can see I'm constantly able to look after the ball here, and when I get the ball to Deco, that's when I'm able to look to execute and to get away to find the space and get those passes away. You're not going to see me playing games in Division 7 today where Deco scores 15 goals and I'm bringing you a rave review on YouTube, go and buy this card, whatever, and I've got 15 of him, bought on the transfer market trying to make a profit. I'm giving you a genuine, honest review as to whether or not this player can cut the mustard at this point in the game cycle. And one thing I'll say is I didn't lose a game against any opponent in Div 3 when I had Deco on my side. I then sold Deco after the video, after I'd made this content, and after I sold him, I went on a losing streak of 5 games in a row. So there's something to take note that when I had him, I was looking to get him involved in the game, and it changed my playstyle drastically. It made me want to constantly retain possession and pick good passes, and it really opened things up a lot, and I was able to beat many opponents. You'll see the quality of the opponent in the games today, the different squads they have, and yeah, we did really well. So Deco, super sharp on the ball, lovely little neat passes. He's got good curve, good attacking positioning, stamina. Like from an attacking standpoint, as a cam, he has every single thing that you could want, other than probably your 4-star weak foot. But his regular pass on his 3-star weak foot is good. His shot is okay on the 3-star weak foot. I wouldn't say it's brilliant. You will see me rip one on his 3-star weak foot shortly that doesn't quite go in that I thought would have. But nonetheless, his 3-star weak foot isn't felt too bad. Like if you're doing a driven pass with his 3-star weak foot, it's adequate. It goes to its mark and it gets there pretty quickly. That's a shot there with his 3-star weak foot, so you can see it does sail wide and pretty far wide. But when I had Deco on the side, I was constantly looking to slip other players in. He opens up the park. He allows you, if you're linking, say, Cristiano Ronaldo with him, or using him as a piece of the puzzle in the center of the park as an icon, he's really going to pull everyone together. And he really never coughs up the ball. His aggression and strength is quite low, but because his balance is so high, when you get shoulder to shoulder with the really strong players, he does, I'd say, about 7 times out of 10 retain possession and doesn't just get the ball stripped from him, which is really handy to have. His passing range is so good as well that I even started to just spray like passes from ridiculous angles, driven passes like you saw there, just to see if he could really pull off the kind of impossible, which he couldn't. But you feel like that when you have him. You feel like you can dictate the tempo of the game and just spray balls from anywhere to get players away, super fast players. Look at the quality of the opponents we're up against here as well. This isn't just me stomping in low tier divisions. We are really striving to try and get on towards kind of elite finishes and foot champs and so on. Thinking you'll miss it in this clip here, but I give away possession right now, and after the player wins the ball back, I'm quickly moving Deco to cut the passing lane, and he doesn't win the ball back there because of his low defensive positioning and defensive awareness, standing tackle, that sort of thing. That's important because I'm playing a 4-4-2, and I'm a big fan of the 4-4-2, having that 2-striker formation. Now, you might play the 4-2-3-1 narrow formation, you might play the 4-3-1-2, and when it comes to Deco being that box-to-box midfielder, that's an issue. Because you're going to get caught out where, you know, he can do this. He can look after the ball all day long. He can pull strings. You can dictate tempo in that kind of pull skulls format, if you know what I'm talking about. But then when it comes to actually having that hullet type that can bomb up and down the field, that can win the ball, that Vieira, he can score, they can tick every single box and do all those things, well, Deco's not going to bring you that defensive aspect. So that's a consideration. Like, if you're really striving to be top tier, rivals, champs, all that kind of stuff, then Deco really, he's a cam. He's a brilliant cam, but he's a cam. He's not a CM, he's not a CDM. He's a cam and only a cam, and not a striker either. So you've got to really keep that in mind. That's the biggest negative for me, because he can, as I've kind of said, and I've given him quite a glowing review today, he can do everything you want for a cam, but he is only a cam. And whether or not you can fit that into your footballing repertoire as to how good you are as a player and what you desire to do as a player, but that also begs the question, how much money do you have? Because when he is doing things like this and beating prime Zanettis and your Cannavaros to slot goals away and clutch up for me in Division 3, can you afford Vieira and Hullet and all these players? Because at 300k, this guy is an absolute steal. And here you'll see again, he's, you know, jockeying around. I've got the ball here, I'm patient, I'm pulling this player all around the park, and now I find the space. Deco slips the ball perfectly, and then we're in, and it's as simple as that for the cutback to get the goal. And that's 4 wins from 4 with him in my side, so pretty chuffed with that, to be fair. So coming down to it, Deco, he has, as I've said, all the aspects that you want in a cam. I'm going to talk to his stats with the base chem style on it, because I think it is by far the best one. It gets him plus 81 in-game stats. You'll see that down the bottom of the screen in the middle, and it gets him stats that are really essential to the weaknesses of his card. So it boosts up his strength by 5 to 73, which is important. And with that 66 aggression, it kind of is helped a lot by the balance and reactions and composure to allow him to have the ball in those tough scenarios where he's getting pushed. As far as the cam goes, he has every single thing you'd want when it comes to being able to spray a pass and curve the ball. 96 curve along with 95 shot power and 95 long shots can really rip those long shots on the right foot. Acceleration and sprint speed is super high. They're what you want. Obviously, you can get a good look here to see that the interceptions are only 60 and the standing tackles boosted to 61 on that basic chem style. So I think the basic chem style gives him a really nice mix. It personifies all the good things about him as a cam. It helps him out slightly with that physicality and defensive aspect, but really, as I've said many times in this video, he's a cam, he's not a CM or CDM. That is all from me today. If you enjoyed the video, if you'd like to help me grow and help this channel get a partner with YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. You appreciated me taking the time to make this for your benefit. Good luck if you're playing Foot Champs this weekend. And yeah, that's all from me. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.